Good afternoon, or evening, or morning, whenever you're watching this. Right now it is 12:48 p.m. on January 29th. So doing this the day of happens. And I'm going to get right into it. All right. So question 1, using your text as the basis of your response, discuss how one can analyze if they are assertive or responsive. So based on the book on page 5.1.1, the assertive and responsive breakdown is right there for you. It tells you exactly what assertive and responsive is. I'm going to go ahead and talk about how to get your score. If you scroll down farther on that page, I do believe halfway through, or if not all the way through, it shows you in the rating scale 5.1 how to scale yourself, or how to do your personality characteristics. So if you click on that link to do the download for personality characteristics, it'll have check marks, and you kind of just go through the box for a scale of 1 to 5, and then you add them all up and you find out where exactly you are on that scaling. The picture down below, it shows you exactly where it is that you would be. Me personally, I am a expressive person. I scored a 47, so it's higher than 34, I do believe is what they said. Yeah, scores higher than 34 is high assertiveness and high responsiveness. So anything below that, about 26 is when you indicate low assertiveness and responsive. So if you're between those two, I think one's high, one's low. And then if you're your moderate levels for assertiveness and responsiveness. So the second part to question 1 is, why is self-analysis helpful in identifying the cultural style and perception of a person? So again, on that chart, when you find out what exactly you are, that on the following page, so 5.1.2, it explains how a self-analysis can be helpful in talking to other people. So like myself, I would go to where I'm expressive. There's an expressive list. There'll be an analytical, or a amiable, a driver, and the other one, which is analytical. Okay, so I originally said that. So you want to take a look at those. And since I'm expressive, I'm going to learn how to talk to others that are amiable, analytical, or driver. And that would help me be a better communicator to those individuals. So not just other expressive people. So, and knowing your own self-analysis helps you, talk to others that you're more related to those individuals that have the same analysis as yourself. So moving on. Question 2. According to the authors, what strategies are necessary when adapting to gender differences in the workplace? So according to the authors on page 5.3, women and men talk differently when communicating, or have a different communication standard than the opposite sex based on the most average for other cultures. So they pulled all the cultures together, and then they averaged out how women communicate and how men communicate, and they found a general standard. So this standard for men is they're more concerned with the content within the communication. So it's how it's what's in that conversation. It's the verbal information being passed between two individuals that they're more concerned with, as opposed for women, they're more concerned with that relational communication. So relational communication is their facial expressions, the tone of their voice, and it's also the nonverbal cues that they give or that they receive from other individuals. And then that helps them communicate as well. So, and if you can, when you're talking to another, the opposite sex or the same sex, it's better to keep those standards in line. So if I'm talking to another man, I want to just be more of a content communicator than I am a facial expression or my tone of voice. So if I'm doing like high pitched or low tones, or etc. Second part of that question is, what are the conversational rituals followed by men and women in the workplace? So on 5.3.1, it talks about exactly what the conversational rituals are. So this is rituals of apology, opposition, it's compliments and small talk rituals. So women are more profound or more dominant towards the ritual of apology, things like saying I'm sorry. I actually hear that pretty often when talking to a female, so I don't think that's false. I completely agree with the book on that one. Ritual opposition. Men more often play this role, which I completely agree. I kind of do this one sometimes. So it's when you're talking to someone and you kind of just, they ask you a question and you ask them basically another question back to not lead them astray, but to make them think and get them, get them going to think about what they just asked you, or, get them an answer for something else. So it's not like beating around the bush or anything like that. I mean, it can be in some cases, but um, it's more to get them to be more of a thinker than just getting a straight answer. So compliments. It's just, women or men. So I know some men that do it when you're having a conversation with them. They'll be like, oh, that, maybe not men in this case, but women will be like, oh, that's so cute on you, blah blah blah. That's that conversational builder that they'll start with. They'll start with like a compliment and stuff. But men do this sometimes too. So, and small talk rituals. This is men and women often do this. This is just to build rapport between two individuals, and yeah, and that's my video. Thank you for watching.